Did you know that 75% of people fear public speaking more than death? That's right, most of us are more scared of speaking in front of others than facing a life or death situation. It sounds crazy, but it's true. And here's another shocking fact: experts say that we can remember up to 70% of what we hear, but only 10% of what we read. That means your ability to speak well could impact how people remember you. Now, imagine this: you could instantly improve your speaking confidence with just one small daily habit. And the best part? You don't need years of practice or expensive classes. In this video, I'm going to reveal 6 simple tricks that will transform your speaking skills and boost your confidence faster than you think. From mastering the power of pauses to discovering the magic of storytelling, I'll share strategies that even top speakers use. Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll feel ready to speak like a pro and captivate any audience, no matter how big or small. Let's dive in and start your journey to becoming a fluent and confident English speaker. Chapter 1: Master the mirror. Speak like a pro. See your growth. Have you ever tried practicing your speech in front of a mirror? It might sound a bit silly, but it's one of the most powerful tools for improving your speaking skills. Studies show that we tend to remember 50% more of what we see than what we hear. This is why practicing in front of a mirror can boost your self-awareness and help you perfect your body language. You can adjust your posture, facial expressions, and hand movements to align with the message you're delivering. Plus, it helps you identify any nervous habits, like fidgeting or avoiding eye contact. The key is to pay attention to your expressions. A genuine smile, for example, can make your speech more engaging. According to Dr. Albert Mehrabian's famous 7-3-8-5-5 rule, 55% of communication comes from body language. So, mastering how you move and present yourself in front of the mirror can make you a more confident and captivating speaker. The best part? You don't need a stage to practice this. Just stand in front of the mirror every day, say a few lines, and pay attention to what feels natural. With time, your voice will grow stronger, your body language will be more confident, and you'll notice the changes in your speaking style. Chapter 2: Power in pauses. Silence speaks louder than words. Here's a secret many great speakers know: silence is a tool, not an enemy. It might seem like pausing in the middle of a speech could make you seem unsure, but in reality, it does the opposite. Pausing allows you to collect your thoughts, gives your audience time to digest your words, and even gives your voice a stronger presence. In fact, pauses can be even more powerful than words. Researchers from the University of Tokyo found that speakers who use pauses strategically are perceived as more confident and credible. When you pause after a key point, you're allowing the weight of your words to sink in. It's like planting seeds in your audience's mind. They need time to let those ideas grow. One great exercise to improve your use of pauses is to practice reading out loud, but intentionally leave gaps in between phrases. This teaches your brain when to take a breather. It'll also help you control your breathing and pacing, which are crucial for smooth and confident delivery. In addition, pausing during your speech gives you the chance to observe your audience's reactions and adjust accordingly. Remember, great speakers know when to speak, and when to pause. It's not about filling the air with words but creating space for your message to resonate. Chapter 3: Vocal variety. Transform your tone, transform your impact. Now, let's talk about something that can instantly make your speech more engaging: vocal variety. You may think speaking in a steady tone is safe, but in reality, it can make you sound monotonous and dull. People will start tuning out, and that's the last thing you want. The secret to keeping your audience hooked is changing your pitch, tone, and rhythm throughout your speech. A study by the University of California revealed that speakers with varied vocal patterns are 30% more likely to be remembered by their audience. Changing your tone helps emphasize key points and adds emotional depth to your words. For instance, you can raise your voice slightly to show excitement or lower it to convey seriousness. Using a variety of speeds, speaking slowly to make a point or speeding up to convey urgency, will keep your listeners on their toes. An excellent way to practice vocal variety is by reading dialogue from your favorite books or movies. Try mimicking the characters' emotions and adjusting your voice accordingly. This makes you more aware of the different ways you can play with tone and pace. Another helpful tip is to record yourself while practicing. Listen to the recordings and evaluate where you can add more variety. Are there moments where your voice becomes flat? Can you emphasize certain words with more emotion? It's all about training your voice to be as dynamic as the message you're delivering. Mastering vocal variety will make you a much more engaging and effective speaker. Your voice becomes a tool, not just to communicate words, but to influence, motivate, and inspire. Don't forget to subscribe. If you're finding these tips useful, make sure you hit the subscribe button and stay tuned for more game-changing strategies to level up your speaking skills. Chapter 4: Wordplay Wizardry, Simple Tricks to Boost Your Vocabulary. We all know that expanding your vocabulary is essential, but it's not just about knowing big words. It's about choosing the right words for the right moment. In fact, research shows that a larger vocabulary can make you seem more confident and persuasive. According to a study from Princeton University, people tend to trust those who can express themselves clearly and with precision. The goal isn't to sound smarter, it's to sound clear, engaging, and relatable. So, how do you boost your vocabulary without sounding like you're showing off? One simple trick is to read every day. Studies from the National Endowment for the Arts show that people who read more often are 25% more likely to speak confidently in public. You can also use apps like Word of the Day or keep a personal vocabulary journal. Write down any new words you come across and try to use them in your next conversation or speech. Don't just rely on books and articles, movies and podcasts are a great source of new vocabulary too. Listen closely to how speakers use words in context, and you'll pick up phrases that sound natural. Another trick is to focus on synonyms. If you can find different ways to say the same thing, you'll sound more dynamic and versatile. Remember, you don't have to use fancy words all the time. It's about choosing words that make your point clearly and powerfully. Practice these techniques, and you'll be amazed at how much more confident you feel while speaking. Chapter 5: Storytelling Superpower, Speak with Impact, Speak with Emotion. Humans are wired to connect with stories. In fact, studies show that 65% of people remember stories over dry facts. This is why storytelling is such a powerful tool for speakers. A good story isn't just about entertainment, it's about engaging your audience emotionally and making your message stick. The key to storytelling isn't just what you say, but how you say it. According to communication expert Nancy Duart, the best stories are those that create tension and build toward a resolution. Think of it as a roller coaster ride. You build anticipation, throw in some surprises, and keep your listeners hooked until the very end. To master storytelling, start by finding real-life experiences or anecdotes that relate to your topic. People love hearing about real emotions and personal journeys. When you speak about something you've experienced, your words come across as more authentic. Add a little humor or drama if it fits. Stories that are emotionally charged are the ones people remember. Another strategy is to use the story arc method. Start by setting the scene, then introduce a challenge or obstacle, and finally, end with a resolution or lesson. This structure keeps your listeners interested and helps drive your point home. Don't be afraid to practice different storytelling styles, whether it's a funny personal tale or a serious, inspirational one. The more you practice, the easier it becomes to tell impactful stories. Remember, the best speakers know that storytelling isn't just about telling a tale, it's about connecting emotionally and leaving a lasting impression. Chapter 6: Engagement Overload, The 5 Secrets of Listener Connection. One of the biggest mistakes speakers make is thinking a good speech is all about delivering information. In reality, it's about creating an ongoing connection with your audience. Engaging with your listeners makes your message more memorable and your delivery more persuasive. So, how do you engage your audience? It's all about using the 5 key strategies of listener connection: eye contact, asking questions, being present, listening actively, and responding to feedback. Eye contact is essential. Studies from the University of Aberdeen found that making eye contact during a speech increases trust and connection by 40%. But it's not just about staring people down, it's about creating a sense of intimacy. Look around the room, connect with individuals, and make your audience feel like you're speaking directly to them. Asking questions is another powerful tool for engagement. It keeps your audience thinking and helps create a conversation instead of a monologue. You don't have to ask complex questions, just simple, open-ended ones like, "Have you ever felt this way?" or "What do you think about this idea?" These little questions invite people into your world. Being present is the 3rd key to engagement. Your audience can tell when you're not truly focused. Put away distractions and pay attention to the energy in the room. Respond to their body language and adjust your delivery if necessary. If people are looking bored or distracted, it's a signal to change your approach. Active listening is another often overlooked strategy. Don't just speak, listen to your audience's reactions. If you're in a live setting, notice when they nod or smile. These are cues that you're hitting the right notes. And if you're not getting the response you expect, don't be afraid to adjust your tone or pacing. Lastly, always respond to feedback, both verbal and non-verbal. If your audience seems confused, clarify your point. If they're laughing or nodding along, keep going. By staying attuned to their reactions, you'll create an interactive experience that's far more engaging than just delivering a speech. By mastering these 5 strategies, you'll keep your listeners engaged, increase your influence, and leave a lasting impression. Remember, great speakers don't just talk, they connect. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe for more tips on becoming a confident and captivating speaker.